Welcome to Your Anime Senpais. I'm Richard.
And I'm John.
And John, today we're going to be reacting to Lord El-Melloi Case Files, Episode 4. So, last time we had Waver. He was teaching a class. Luvia, for those of you familiar with the Fate Universe, Luvia was in that class, and she was just kind of scouting him out. Like, is this guy worthy enough to be my professor? Which he had some antics with Flat, his top student, or one of his top students, and
is that the one where he did the skull?
The skull grab, and Luvia actually made a comment about it, like how it was like a wrestling move or something, because Luvia. But anyways, there were some antics there, and then in any case, Waver. Gosh, actually, may have to edit this part out because I just got stuck for a second there. We'll just skip the Waver in his cafe, I guess. Or how grumpy he is. That's right. Okay. Okay, ready? So,
Waver.
Yes. Lord El-Melloi. 3, 2, 1. So yeah, he was having a little bit of a spat with Flat, and I think Sven actually was asking Gray, like, why is he so grumpy today or whatever, and Gray was just mentioned that the fact that his tea shop had to close down because of infestation, I believe it was. At least that's what they called it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So Waver was not too happy about that. That's his special place. That's where he gets his papers done and all that good stuff. And so he was a little grumpy about that. But he actually went over there and was just like, yeah, I'm going to investigate this. I'm going to figure out why all this is going down. And sure enough, he gets there, and they take him down to the electrical room, and looks like some of the wires got chewed off.
Gnawed on.
Yeah, it's like, that's weird. And of course, he senses magic or whatever, magecraft being used, so he investigates, goes down to the sewer.
Yeah,
went down the sewers and was tracking these, or had this way of tracking the blue paw prints of this electric bunny, which I think we call electric, or blue Pikachus. Yeah, this is what we call them, or at least I did. And he's like, yeah, he's investigating that, and sure enough, he gets attacked by one and almost dies.
But he can't, because he's the main character.
He is the main character. So sure enough, he was by himself too. Actually, I forgot to make a notation of that, but he was by himself.
It's a poor choice.
Yeah. And Gray was like getting kind of worried, so she called up Sven, or not Sven, she called up Flat rather, and she's like, "Yeah, I'm worried that or Lord El-Melloi, Shishio, whatever, or Master, I guess. She's like, hey, I'm worried that he's not back yet," and so her, Flat, and Sven decide to go investigate, and they go down to the sewers, and they find him down there, and he's in pretty rough shape, but basically Flat and Gray continue on where he was going, or continue on with his investigation, and Sven took him back to the he's going to take him to a hospital, I think, but then Waver was just like, no, just take me back to my office, and so we cut away from there and then go back to Flat and Gray, and actually I forgot, I skipped a thing, because we did see Sven have some kind of reaction to Gray, like he got a little too close and his eyes kind of lit up for a second, and so later on Gray was asking Flat, she was like, is Sven, does he not like me? And Flat was just like, no, it's not that, and he was just kind of like trying to brush it off or whatever. But eventually they also get attacked by a blue electric bunny, and they pretty much handle it pretty easily. They
dispatched that pretty well.
Yeah, and then turns out they were in like an abounded field or whatever, and they smashed that. They broke that illusion, I guess, and eventually found the culprit. I honestly can't remember his name, but I know he's a magus of some kind. I'm assuming he's part of the council, but or at least high up in the department somewhere. But needless to say, they stumbled across his experiments, and he's gives the typical villainous speech or whatever, and then Waver and Sven come in. We see Sven in his bestial form, I guess, And Waver pretty much just shuts him down. They didn't actually even fight him.
They didn't fight. He just literally broke his spirit.
Yeah, pretty much. Because he said he reported to him to like the different departments or whatever, and they were just apparently those departments were just like, yeah,
we're fine.
Yeah, we'll just get rid of him. We'll end our support of him, and that pretty much broke his spirit, like you said. He's just like, oh, my grand code, I can't do anything now, and that was pretty much it. He got taken away, and Lord El-Melloi got his cafe back, and
yeah. I mean, that was a nice resolution to all this for the. I guess it kind of made up for the anticlimactic battle of wills. I don't know what that would have been.
Pretty much, but we did see one thing after the credits though, where Luvia and Lord El-Melloi's sister, they were talking with him, and he's kind of annoyed because like, this is my special place, leave me alone. But apparently Luvia has done some investigation or something, and apparently there's already two assigned contestants for the next Holy Grail War, which is kind of blew his mind because it's only been 10 years. But for those of you familiar, they're referring to the 5th Holy Grail War, which is the Holy Grail War that is featured in Fate's Day Night. But in any case, so yeah, I guess I don't know if they're going to do anything with this episode, or if that was just kind of a little,
that's just a little let you know what's going on.
Yeah, kind of give you an idea of what the timeline is for all this. But yeah, I'm curious to see what happens this episode. Maybe I don't think he ever went back to Japan for that, but maybe he might investigate those two contestants, which would be interesting because well, I don't want to spoil it, but it would be interesting to see them in this series. But anyways, yeah, and I guess should we go ahead and get into the reaction?
Absolutely.
All right, let's go.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
Oh, it's that cloth.
Yeah.
From the first episode or whatever.
Yeah, it's actually the thing that he used to summon his servant with.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and now he wants to participate in that Holy Grail War. That's interesting. Oh, she just left? Rhinus, yes, that's her name. Oh.
Ooh,
that's a lovely place. Is that who I think it is?
Whoa.
Yes! It's another character from Apocrypha. He's a necromancer.
Oh, okay. I was like, this dude's obviously lost his mind.
No. He's a necromancer. Oh, no.
Obviously. Wills? The workshop ran out of control.
Wow.
So his father was a necromancer, and that guy they showed in the tomb are different people?
Yes.
I guess? Okay.
Yeah. Pretty sure.
They didn't look like they had any family resemblance, but you never know.
No, I'm pretty sure his family's already passed away if it's the same as Apocrypha. Oh.
Bram.
Yeah, I don't know.
Have they shown him yet? Don't sound familiar. The next case. Ooh. Okay.
Ah. Nice.
Oh.
Everyone's obsessed with the Holy Grail War. Yeah, that guy.
And that girl.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Wow, they did. Okay. I didn't realize that was his sister. Did he go by himself again?
Maybe it was only single seats or something where they're at.
Maybe.
I would hope this guy wouldn't, but you never know.
Wait, sorry. Oh. Oh. Okay, I was gonna say, at least bring Gray with you this time. Okay.
Oh, he's so young.
So he's doing this so he can get into the Holy Grail War again. Gotcha.
I mean, everybody's doing it, evidently.
Well, he's wanting to do it so he can try to bring back. Oh.
Oh. Yeah, you should take your eye drops. Oh, that's what she actually has.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Why would you do that? What?
Okay.
Magic eye drops, I assume? Yeah, you better watch out for that lightning.
Nope, they made it.
Whoa.
Wow.
He's not the most athletic.
Obviously.
Do we have the oh? I was gonna say, do we have the culprit? I guess we do.
Kind of looks like the Resident Evil mansion.
Oh, she's from policies, huh?
It can't be.
Hmm.
Hmm?
Hmm.
Hmm.
Wow.
Hmm.
It's probably
No one else.
Hmm.
Guilty. Hmm.
Yeah, I know, right? You don't want to go out there. If it ever passes.
Ah. How convenient.
Not like you really have much of a choice.
Hmm.
I'm not gonna lie, I was actually already suspecting him anyways.
Really?
Yeah.
Hmm.
But now that she's entered the scene, I'm like, What?
Thought the power went out.
That's what I thought too.
Really? Hmm.
Hmm.
Oh.
Okay. All right.
Or an elf, either way, but yeah. And she's gone. But what did she say? Oh.
I have a feeling that when they built this workshop, that as
it was on a fairy graveyard.
Well, no, just like they weren't supposed to build it there for whatever reason.
You can see fairies.
Oh, so somebody's gonna die.
Okay.
Wild Hunt. I feel like I've heard that name before.
Oh.
There you go. You might want to tell Waver or Lord El-Melloi.
Nah, see. Let's go investigate first.
Well, where's your maid at least? Go get your maid.
Yeah, where is she? Oh, that's...
There we go.
Oh, there's the maid.
Out of nowhere.
How convenient. Oh.
Yep.
Oh.
You just gonna leave it there?
Huh?
Oh. Oh, that's not good.
That was convenient. Oh.
Yeah, she's like basically liquid metal.
It's like a Terminator.
Kinda.
T-1000.
Kinda.
Nice. Is that a zombie? Oh.
Ooh.
My eyeball just caught fire.
Shigo. That's what I always forget his name. Oh. What? Okay.
That's a good point.
Oh, that's how nice. Because you're brother and sister, right? Ah, shoot. Just stop. Do you have it?
He has it. But he needs to confirm it. Got that? Nope.
Oh, how nice that they have a
little sauna, yeah. Kind of reminds me of the closing where they pour the water and it flips the image. The way she's looking through the glass.
Well, for Dr. Stone, you mean?
Oh, yeah, that is Dr. Stone. Never mind. It's totally wrong. Wrong anime. Whoa, he didn't finish the case? Ah. You broke the pattern, dude. You're supposed to figure it out. That's what I thought he was going to do, was walk out and just, well, I figured it out, everyone. Now you can give up.
Oh. They actually are sleeping there near each other. What?
In the house?
Well, maybe she went outside.
That didn't look like a person.
There's like a dog.
Yeah, something.
So, John, I know that you're pretty upset at the fact that they broke the pattern. You know, he didn't solve it all in one episode, but
I'm just done with his anime now.
You're just done.
Done.
Well,
can't solve it in one episode. He's not the best.
I did find it interesting. Of course, being a Fate fan, I did find it interesting. We got to see Shishigo, who, like I said, was from Apocrypha, but this is a parallel universe, so it's not the Fate Apocrypha events, but you know, we still see some of the characters, and I kind of have a feeling like he's the reason why they couldn't summon the one dude's spirit, because he's already done that, and so I'm surprised that they didn't even point that out.
He seems very suspicious, but I don't know nothing about him.
Well, he was a pretty good guy in Apocrypha, but who knows? Maybe they might change his character for this, or maybe not. But yeah, I found it pretty interesting. As per Fate, of course, it doesn't explain all the little details that you really need to know, but I mean, or really want to know, I guess, like about the ley lines and all that stuff. But kind of getting the basics of it. I like where this is going. I think I mentioned during the episode, I'm assuming that when they built the workshop on top of this grave site, that somehow messed with the ley lines or something, and maybe that's why the storms are happening, and maybe why it's destroying or killing people around that area.
I mean, I liked my fairy graveyard idea, but you know, I don't think it's realistic in this Fate world.
Well, I mean, clearly there are spirits and whatnot, but yeah, it is that we did see the grave site or graveyard, the tomb, I guess.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, they did say the spirits were activated or whatever, triggered to come out and stop them because they thought they were grave robbers. So.
Right. Yeah. But yeah, I thought it was a pretty good episode.
Yeah.
Mostly just because the fact that I got to see Shishiko, and just that was a surprise. Even though I don't know why I'm surprised at this point, because I mean we've seen so many other different cameos. It's like
Why
I should
not?
just expect it. If they're not a servant, I should just expect them to be in this series somehow or another. So, but well, as an outsider
I mean,
looking in, how did you feel about this episode?
There was a lot of stuff that I was kind of like, I just kind of had to accept it. I was like, well, okay, we'll just go with that.
Yeah. You pretty much have to when it comes to fate.
The whole policies thing, like at first I thought they just spelled police wrong. Like I was like, oh, they're gonna report it to the police.
No.
And then they were like, they just kept saying policies, and even you said it, and I was like, no.
Department of Policies.
I don't follow why they just call it policies.
I'm assuming that department specifically has to deal with making sure that magecraft is kept under wraps. And since this lightning storm is causing other people to die around, like non-mages to die around them,
it's the news.
Yeah, it's the
People
news,
know.
and then that causes the Department of Policies to
Gotcha.
get involved.
Okay. Okay.
And actually, Waver mentioned that in the previous episode too, how he reported to the Department of Policies because the mage was like affecting the electricity or whatever.
Yeah, showed an electric bill. Okay.
Yeah, so
I probably didn't just thought it was like a whatever, or maybe they just said Department of Policies then. And
unfortunately, sometimes when it comes to fate, as I said, they kind of leave out little details like that. So sometimes you just kind of have to just roll with it and hope that they explain it at a later date, or just do your own research.
Yeah, I mean, I guess if I was rewatching it and they did explain it again, or whatever, I would have caught on. But yeah, I mean, I did. By the end of it, I was like, "Oh, that policies group, they're serious business." So but yeah, I mean, overall, I mean, just kind of looking at it from that point of view, besides the just random things that I just kind of had to accept. I mean, it wasn't bad. I mean, wasn't like, "Oh, we solved the case." Yeah.
That's fair.
But there were a few things where they just kind of like some characters, like when. One dude walked into the mansion, they just tied him up, that they were just like, oh, you're guilty. And I was like, oh, there's obviously some history here that, has not been, told yet. Yeah. But
I actually, like I said, too, I was already kind of suspicious with him in the first place, just because, I mean, we had the first episode where the daughter... she wasn't the one that murdered the father, and well, he was actually not even murdered in the first place, anyways. But like she knew about it. She knew more than what she let on. So it's like you can't really trust anybody, or at least if you're Waver, you can't really trust anybody.
Yeah.
So at this point, anybody's a suspect.
I guess just his easygoing character, and having all the girls falling all over him. I was like, oh, this guy.
Yeah.
He's just like one of those little playboys, and whatever.
He's
not going to be important.
It's a deception. It makes you want to.
But then I found out he was a necromancer, and I was like, oh, that don't fit somebody that's popular with all the girls.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Maybe maybe there are some girls out there that they're into that. I guess I really don't know.
He keeps his work and his love life separate.
Yeah.
Well, honey, I'm going to work. Gotta go talk to some dead people. Whatever.
Gotta raise the dead.
Yeah.
But any other final thoughts?
I mean, overall, I mean, I did, like I said, I enjoyed the episode. I'd probably just give it a from an outsider point of view. Maybe in the next episode it'll convince me that all of my, everything I was thinking of was, I guess
all for naught.
Well, just the build up was worth it, I guess.
Oh, okay.
Say it like that, and. He'll solve the case, and hopefully in the next episode we can't go more than 2, sir. I
don't know. I kind of like the little bit more long.
Well, they did have more dialogue, and it wasn't like so cheap. I actually was going to be a little upset in the back of my mind if he just got up from the bed and was like, "Aha, eureka! I solved it," and walked out.
Exactly.
Everyone was like, "Oh no, how did he get it?"
Exactly.
And,
like I like the investigation. I like going from point A to point B and him figure out how exactly all this was done. So
like literally, if he'd have walked out and said, I figured it out, you did it, you're responsible, and the person just gave up like they did in the last episode, I'd probably almost be done with this series. He's just gonna beat everybody all their wills down and just beat them into submission, and that's how he's gonna solve all of his cases, obviously.
Yeah.
Because he can't fight.
Well, but he's got Gray there, so I mean he's got Rhinus and her T1000 made.
Oh yeah.
So, but all right. Well, with that,
so what were your thoughts? So I mean, because you're well acquainted.
Like I said, I enjoyed it.
Okay.
And I liked seeing Shishigo in there, and
And
for me, as a
any
Fate
additional things to kind
fan,
of throw out there. So.
Yeah.
Okay.
With that being said, guys, what did you all think of this episode? And did you guys like the cameo of Shishigo? Let me know down in the comments below.
And if you enjoyed this reaction, subscribe. Hit that notification bell. Keep up with all of our content we put out every week. Woo! And if you'd like to consider supporting our channel, we have links down below for all that as well. So we'll see you in the next episode where we solve this case and we find the person that's lighting everybody up.